Hey everybody, this is Davor from Tennis House. Today in this video I want to go through a checklist of things you can do once your strokes start to struggle and crumble. And most of the times when we feel pressure situations, our shots are not what they're supposed to be. And I call this video like back to the basics, because in everything we do in tennis, if we fall back to the main things, we have a good chance to fix the parts that are missing. And as always, if you like what we do, subscribe, take a second to turn the notifications button on, and let's get straight to it. So on the forehand or backhand, I'm picking the ground strokes today. You know, there might be many reasons why we're missing shots, and a couple of things are like back to a forehand or backhand and we're starting missing. We prepare too late with the take back, so the ball comes and we see each other, we see us like jammed, not moving well. And so getting back to the basics means to me, as soon as your opponent hits the ball on the forehand, to split and then search the ball wherever the ball is going to be. Search the ball and you're ready to go. That's one of the main things that's very important, because if we wait for that bounce and drop and take the racket back, we're always going to be late on the shot. So that's a very important point in my eyes, the early preparation. The next thing is when the ball is coming and checking like have a backswing that's too big and that we don't have a backswing at all. So we need to be somewhere in between those two and keeping the motion compact. So when the ball is coming, we split and we turn, that we have a compact backswing here. Yes, I've said many times players have a too big of a backswing. It depends which surface you play on. If you play on clay, you will have a little bit of the ball. If you play on hard court like we're on here right now, then you're going to have a little bit more trouble because the ball's coming faster. So the backswing are important. Remember, when the ball comes, like the main action of a shot is from point A to point B. Like this looks with all shots the same, and this what we add here on the backswing, we add on the follow through is going to look different than the main part. The main part looks the same on the back end, the same from here to here. It looks the same at every shot. What people do on the backswing side is different, and what they do on the follow through is going to be different. And as well, you have to see always when you start struggling in the match, and that's for me the key points. First, always look if you're consistent. So errors and mistakes happen because we want too much, we want to hit the ball too much, and we need to be consistent. Once you're consistent, you can get more points and you're going to be more successful on the court. The second thing is how well, you check that off. You say you're consistent, check if you move your opponent well around. So if you can hit the ball down the line, change direction, cross court, if you have all those, if you move your opponent and you check that as well and it's still not working and you feel like shots are not there, then the third thing you can check is, do I hit the ball deep enough? Because a lot of times when we play players and we hit the ball too short, they're going to attack us and they take initiative. We're going to be on the back foot a lot and we lose control of the actual point. So make sure you keep the ball deep. Most of the errors that happen are on balls where people miss, and that's a very good weapon to use. And if you hit the ball deep, you're consistent and you change the direction well, then you have to see, do I mix it up? Do I hit sometimes a nice slice to break the rhythm? Do I hit sometimes a nice high topspin? Do I go flat through the shot? Do I use all those things to make sure that my opponent doesn't get used to my shots? So a lot of times when we play others, we always hit a topspin cross court. Yes, it's very easy to get used to. You just go and you hit it back and there's nothing else. Like on the low balls, the opponent might have trouble to get under the ball. On the high balls, the strike zone is higher, so your opponent might have trouble to get those over. And since I'm already in the strike zone and talking about that, remember, we have everything that's above shoulder level, we are weak. Everything that's below knee level, we are weak. We feel comfortable between the waist and the shoulders. So that's a very comfortable area for a tennis player. So when I go and I hit, I'm weak. Here, I'm weak. Here, I'm right in it. So talking about the strike zones. And the last thing, if that works well, then you have to check. A lot of players don't like if you put pace on the ball. So if you're consistent and you all have those checkers and you check the consistency, the depth, the spin, and you checked everything, and everything you do is there, but you don't hit the ball hard and your opponent is able to take initiative of the points, although you do all those things, then you might have to hit the ball harder. So that's my 5 rules, what I use. But remember, the first things we need to do is always like the split step and the quick turn, and then we look where the ball is, we search for the ball. That is very important. The same on the forehand split turn, we search for the ball. Early preparation, and then check the backswing. As I said, you play on grass court, on hard court, you can't have a super big backswing. You play on a slower surface like clay court, you might have a little bit more time